In 1944, a mysterious man from Barbados stood on a stage in New York City and said something that shocked the audience. He said, "Your imagination is God, not a tool, not a gift, not a trick of the mind. Your imagination is the creator of reality." His name was Neville Goddard, and over the next 30 years, he would quietly become one of the most influential spiritual teachers of the 20th century. He wrote 10 books, gave over 800 lectures, and taught a radical idea that is now exploding across YouTube, TikTok, and every manifestation community in the world. His most famous book is called Feeling is the Secret. It's only 40 pages, but those 40 pages contain a system for reshaping your entire life. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through every core teaching: the law of assumption, the state akin to sleep, the technique of revision, the I am, and the one secret that Neville said was worth more than all the gold on earth. This is the Bliss Mind's summary of Feeling is the Secret. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Law of Assumption. Most people believe there is a law of attraction. You attract what you focus on. Neville Goddard says that's close but not quite right. The real law is the law of assumption. You don't get what you want, you don't get what you focus on, you get what you assume is already true. Think about that for a second. Let it land. It's not about wanting, it's not about affirming, it's not about vision boards. It's about what you assume about yourself right now in this moment. If you assume you are broke, you stay broke. Not because you attract it, but because every action you take comes from that assumption. You hesitate to spend, you avoid investment, you carry yourself like someone without options. And the world responds to that energy, not to your words. Neville said this again and again in his lectures. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Let me repeat that. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. That is the entire law. You don't have to believe it today. You just have to hold it until your mind and body start to live from it. Imagine meeting a person who, in their own mind, already has the life you want. They walk with certainty. They speak with calm. They make decisions as if the outcome is already decided. That energy is not a performance, it's the natural output of an assumption they've locked in. Neville taught that we all carry assumptions. Most of them came from our parents, our childhood, our environment. Most of them limit us, and we don't even know they're there. The moment you realize this, the whole game changes. You stop trying to make things happen. You start becoming the person they naturally happen to. That is the law of assumption, and it is the foundation of everything else in Neville's teaching. Chapter 2: Feeling is the Secret. Here is the core teaching of the entire book. Neville said that thoughts alone do not create. You can think about being rich for 10 years and remain poor. You can affirm, "I am successful 1,000 times," and nothing changes. So, what is missing? The answer is feeling. Thoughts create nothing, feelings create everything. When you think a thought with pure feeling behind it, that thought becomes a seed. That seed is planted in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious does not argue. It does not question, it simply accepts the feeling as truth and begins to arrange your life to match. Neville had a simple rule: stop trying to think yourself into a new life. Start trying to feel your way into it. If you want health, don't think, "I want to be healthy." Feel as if you already are. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself walking with full energy, sleeping with deep peace, eating foods your body loves. Get into the feeling. Breathe from the feeling. The more real the feeling becomes, the more your subconscious takes it as your new identity. This is why visualization alone fails. You can picture a beautiful house for an hour and nothing will happen. But if you feel for even 5 minutes what it feels like to own it, to walk through the door, to set your keys on the counter, to sleep in your bedroom at night, that short burst of feeling has more creative power than a month of thinking. Neville called this assumption through feeling. And it is the secret behind every successful manifestation story you have ever heard. Feeling is the secret. Nothing else comes close. Chapter 3: The State Akin to Sleep. Here is where Neville gets specific. He said, there is a very precise moment in your day when your mind is most open to new beliefs. It is the moment just before you fall asleep at night, and the moment just after you wake up in the morning. These are called hypnagogic states. Your conscious mind is half asleep, your subconscious is wide open. Anything you feed it in those minutes gets accepted without filter. Neville said this is when you should plant your new assumption, not shout it, not force it. Just sit gently with a feeling that your wish is already fulfilled. Imagine a short, simple scene. You are opening the letter that says, "You got the job." You are hugging the person you love who just said yes. You are standing in your new apartment. Feel the scene, feel the relief, feel the gratitude, and then drift off to sleep holding that feeling. Neville said that if you do this for even one night, with real feeling, you will begin to see changes, but the real power comes from doing it every night for weeks. Every night you are programming your subconscious. Every night your mind is getting deeper into the new identity. Every night the old assumptions are weakening and the new ones are taking hold. Some people worry this is like self hypnosis. Neville said, yes, it is exactly like that. Except instead of someone else programming you, you are programming yourself. You are reclaiming the controls of your own mind. The state akin to sleep is where most real change happens. Not in the gym, not in affirmations in front of the mirror, in those quiet 10 minutes before sleep when your mind is soft and accepting and ready to become something new. Chapter 4, The Technique of Revision. This might be Neville's most powerful teaching. He said every night before you sleep, you should review your day, but not the way most people do. Most people review their day and feel regret. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. They relive the bad moments, and by doing so, they record those bad moments deeper into their subconscious. Neville said, stop that. Instead, do what he called revision. Go through your day, find any moment you didn't love, and imagine it differently, not as it happened, but as you wish it had happened. Did you have a fight with your partner? Imagine the conversation going smoothly, both of you calm, both of you loving. Did you mess up at work? Imagine yourself showing up confidently, saying the right thing, being praised. Did someone treat you badly? Imagine them being kind. Feel the scene as if it is happening now. Run it like a movie in your mind with the new ending. Neville claimed this technique works on two levels. First, it heals you emotionally. You are not stuck in regret because you are rewriting the emotional tape. Second, and this is the stranger claim, he said it actually changes the external reality. The next day, people you are angry with will suddenly be nicer. Situations that hurt you will somehow resolve. He said he had witnessed revision produce impossible results and that it was one of the most practical tools we have. Whether you believe that or not, revision is one of the most therapeutic practices you can do. It releases the emotional charge of negative moments. It trains your mind to expect better outcomes, and it leaves you falling asleep in a state of peace instead of a state of resentment. Every night, 5 minutes, revise your day. Neville said you would be amazed at what happens over 30 days. Chapter 5, The Power of I Am. Neville said that every statement that begins with I am is a claim about your identity, and every claim about your identity carries creative power. I am tired. I am struggling. I am stuck. I am anxious. These are not just observations, these are affirmations of identity. Your subconscious hears them and says, this is who we are, and I will arrange the day to match. Neville said most people unknowingly walk around all day affirming the wrong identity. I am not enough. I am not smart enough. I am not pretty enough. I am not wealthy enough. Each statement is a seed planted in the subconscious. And over weeks and years, those seeds grow into the life you see around you. The fix is radical simplicity. Change what you say after the words I am. I am calm. I am abundant. I am capable. I am loved. This is not denial, it is direction. You are telling your subconscious the new coordinates, you are issuing a command. And here is the important part. You have to feel the I am statement as true, not in a forced way, just enough to get into the energy of it. Sit in a chair, close your eyes, say I am wealthy, not out loud, silently. Feel what that would actually be like. Feel the relief. Feel the freedom. Stay with that feeling for 1 minute. That is the Neville practice. Neville said that the Bible word for God was I am. And he claimed this was not a coincidence. He said every time you say I am, you are activating your own creative power, your own divine spark, your own imagination, which he believed was God itself. You do not have to accept the spiritual framing to benefit from this, but the practical truth is simple. Be careful what you say after the words I am, because every single time you are casting a spell on your own mind. So here is the full picture. Neville Goddard's feeling is the secret is not a list of rituals, it is a completely different way of living. Law 1, you get what you assume is true, not what you want. Law 2, thoughts don't create, feelings create everything. Law 3, the state just before sleep is when your subconscious is most open. Plant your new self then. Law 4, every night, revise your day, rewrite the parts you didn't love, heal the old and record the new. Law 5, every I am statement is a creative act. Choose them like your life depends on it because it does. Neville's teaching is a warning and a gift at the same time. The warning is that you have been creating your life all along and you didn't know it. The gift is that the moment you understand the law, you can begin to create on purpose. Your imagination is not small, your feelings are not irrelevant, your quiet assumptions are not private. They are the blueprints of everything that shows up in your life. Assume the best, feel the best, sleep with the best, and watch what your life becomes over the next 90 days. Follow Bliss Minds for more book summaries that change how you think.